Hi, it's Natasha. For this workout, you're going to need a loop band, lighter dumbbells, and a kettlebell. We're going to start with a warm-up, and then we'll go into different exercises utilizing different equipment and body weight as well. Let's come on down to the knees, and we'll just take a couple deep breaths together. Settle into your space. Let go of your surroundings and your day. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the base of the neck and then tuck the chin forward and open heart up, elbows wide. Exhale, elbows towards knees. Inhale, arching, tilting back, chest to sky, elbows wide. And again, now side bend to your right. Again, a little pressure on the back of the head, and then go ahead and let that go and stretch the arm out to the side. Switch sides, hands to the base of the skull, elbow up, bend into that lateral stretch, and then release the arm over like you're framing the face. Circle yourself forward and around, side to side. Moving organically, just sweep it around and then set yourself up in a tabletop position. Cat-cow. Inhale and exhale, arch and round. Inhale, lengthen. Now tuck the left toes, lift the right leg up, and press yourself into a down dog split. Go ahead and lower and switch sides. Left leg extends, tuck right toes under. Take your time to press up to a down dog split, bringing in some flexibility into the hamstrings. Right leg extends up, left toes tuck, press chest towards toes, toes to sky, and lower down with control. Left leg extends, tuck right toes under, down dog split, press back. Go ahead and lower back down to kneeling and press both legs into your down dog. Pedal, sway those hips from side to side, bending and straightening the knees. Moving intuitively, we're going to drop one hip to one side and then lift through down dog. Sweep your hips down, have a seat. Send the hips up as you side stretch and then press back to down dog. Land the knees, take a puppy pose. Chest towards the earth, arms stretch long. Big breath in and out. Go ahead and press back up to kneeling. Quick stretch in the wrists. Just move your fingers in different directions, putting compression on the top of the hands, side to side. We're going to pick up our light weights. Staying on the knees for a deltoid fly. Hinge forward and raise the arms out to the side. Use the core, keep the back long and flat, and keep raising the arms out as you hinge. Do a set of these, and then we'll change the exercise. So arms out and together, hip hinge and straighten. Sit back, take the arms over the head. So we have a tricep back and a push press. Again, with the hip hinge, fold as you tricep dip, and then hips forward, overhead press. Hinge and triceps, kneel and press. Going through your range of motion, squeezing the back of the arms and then pressing the shoulders up. All the while still using that hip hinge, forward fold, hip thrust, and push. Triceps back, exhale and press. Feel that core working to get you down and pull you back up along with those quads. Moving on to a thrusting bicep curl, then a push press and release. This time we're hinging the hips forward like a pelvic tilt. We're not adding the forward fold. Take a bicep curl, hip hinge forward with that pelvic tilt. Think of quads pulling you forward. Bicep to push press, slow on the way down, slow on the way up, keeping that pelvic tilt. Beautiful. Take it up, push press it, take it in, biceps down, curl and lift, push press at the top, curl and descend. You can cheat these or you can really make them hard. Go ahead and take a little lean back. Tuck the toes, left hand back and up. Side dip to the left. Right hand hinge back, straighten out, hip hinge to the right. Continue that sequence. Left weight behind you, side bend lateral. Right weight, reach back as far as you can. Try to create a diagonal lean, hinging back. Then side bend, crunch over through those obliques. Tap back, lift, side bend. Showing you a little different angle, reach back, side bend. And switch. We're doing about 10 of each of these exercises. Feel free to repeat any of the series. And release. Switching directions, we're going to have a seat and bring our feet out in front of us. Take your arms over your head, and we're going to thrust one knee in as you pull the arms over that knee. So a single leg bridge hip thrust with a lat pull down. Continue that. Lift, pull. Knee crunches in, hips lift up. Squeeze hamstrings and glutes. Lift and tuck. Now elbows bend and straighten, skull crusher, still using the bridge dips. Hips down, hips up, arms bend, arms straighten. Exhale each one, firing in through the core. Squeeze that booty. Hope you're listening to some good music. I can't play music because I will get a copyright claim. Continue with those single leg knee tucks. So we'll do another set. Tuck and pull, straight arms. Now, skull crusher, bridge, little dip and lift, bend and push. Feel the triceps. The weight goes maybe right behind the forehead. Elbows stay pretty high up there. Nicely done. Go ahead and roll yourself up to seated. Set the weights off to the side. Next exercise will be a body weight drill. We'll start in plank to push up. You can always come down to the knees if you need to modify. Here we go. 1 push up, right forearm down, open up side plank. Knee tucks. We're going to lower the hips and pull the knees in front of the hips. Pop up to the hand and take that side bend, lift and fold. Come back. 1 push up. Left forearm down, 1 elbow knee crunch. Sit the hips, pull the knees forward. Lift up onto the left hand, lift the hips and push away like a lateral child's pose. And come back through side plank. So that one might be just learning it. Now let's go for it. Push up to forearm side plank. Elbow to knee. Sit, pull knees forward. Pop up to the hand and take that lift and reverse. So we're pushing the hips to the back of the mat, then lifting through side plank, plank. Push up, left forearm down, knee to elbow crunch. Have a seat, pull the knees forward, press onto the hand, hips up and to the back, hands forward and down. Legs extend, side plank, back to plank, again push up. Forearm side plank, open other way. Knee elbow, land, knees tuck in, push up, hips up and over to the back of the mat. Lift and lower, extend legs, side plank to plank. Push up, forearm side plank, other way. Elbow, knee crunch. Hips down, knees pull forward, press onto the hand, and then lift the hips and rotate them to the back of the mat. Extend legs, side plank to plank. Let's do it again. Push up, forearm side. Knee to elbow crunch, hips down, knees forward, press up. Lift hips and stretch them away to the back of the mat. Come back, legs extend, side plank to plank. 2 more sets. We have the push-up, side forearm plank, drop, knee to elbow. Sit, knees forward, hands in, hips up and over. Come back, legs lengthen, side plank to plank. Hopefully you have it down now. Push up, forearm plank, rotating, open, knee, elbow crunch, hips down, knees pull forward, pop up to hand, hips back, hips up and over, and extend through your plank, side plank to plank. Go again. Forearm plank, try and get stronger and more fluid. As you learn the move, you pop up into the hand, you lift those hips and come back. Extend those legs, side plank, push plank to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, and then we're moving on to our last lightweight exercise. Go ahead and walk forward and have a seat. Grab onto the weights. We're doing a tricep dip while you're in boat pose and a twist. So Russian twist, but with a tricep dip in between. See if you can maintain that 90-degree position, the knees bent. It's like a half boat. Elbows high, tricep dip, and twist. At any point, if you'd like to try to straighten the knees up to a higher boat, go ahead and try that. Dip and twist right. Lift, dip, and twist left. So just make sure you're alternating. You got one tricep dip and one twist. Making this a little more challenging, from the bottom, roll up to your high V and then feet down, roll down. So rolling all the way up, extend the legs, twist. Feet down, roll down the spine. Exhale, tuck and lift, high V, twist. Lower the feet, lower the back. Lift. So it could be one fluid movement as you lift and lower. Try to smooth it out, or however it works for you. Same time, roll up, legs up with the twist. Same time, roll down, or it could be upper body, then lower body. Exhale, we rise. High V, we twist. Roll back. Exhale and twist. You got this. Strong abdominals. And release. Next set of moves will be done with a loop band. Go ahead and grab that band. You can hit pause if you need more time. We're going to step into it and put it right above the knees on that lower quad area. Starting with a wide squat, middle and narrow, out, in, and in. So just go as wide as your band will let you, and then just start to step in. Try not to come close enough where you're gonna drop your loop band if it's a little bit loose. So keep tension on the band. Find a nice pace and just keep stepping. We'll switch sides after about 10 reps. Now moving to the right, wide, middle, center, out. Really challenge those outer thighs to push away and then keep creeping in, out, middle, and narrow. The core is gonna naturally engage, so just keep thinking of that outer thigh pushing and pulling. Last one here. And stand. Next move will be in the same direction. We're going to take one squat and one curtsy. So out to the right and then back behind the left leg. Wide and cross it back. Again, you want to keep that tension in the band, so move the legs apart. 10 reps, squat to curtsy. Wide. And taking it back to that fourth position lunge. A little cardio as we move and pick up the pace. Heart rate might fly. Other way. Squat and curtsy. Moving left. Wide and twisting cross back. Arms can just naturally swing with you. And again, just find a nice pace. If you're not hitting exactly 10 reps with me, no big deal. Maybe you're going for more and quicker, or slower and controlled. Great. Go ahead and slide the band under your left ball of the foot, keeping it on the right ankle, and try to tuck and push. Tuck and press. So we're going to take our knees to meet and then push away Squeezing the glutes. If you need support, you can put your hand up on a wall or a counter, or just try and balance there. Switching sides. At the ankle and at the ball of the right foot, tuck and press. Little press. Press. Hamstring glutes. Squeeze back. Knees meet and push. Keep it going. Chest is up, shoulders back. Squeeze, tuck, and extend. Move the band back over the knees like we started and come on down to side laying. We're going to lower down onto your left side, left elbow under shoulder, clamshells, thrust and lower. Lift and lower. As you open the knee, you lift the hips. Draw belly to spine, push that left bottom shoulder down, and keep opening and closing, lifting and lowering. Move the band to the arches of the feet. Go ahead and slip it down. Come back to side laying, bottom leg forward, top leg back, and pulse. 10, 9, 8. Stack shoulders, stack hips, keep pulling the legs apart, that bottom leg moving forward. Now turn onto your belly, push into plank, and then tuck your knees, keeping your legs wide, and then tuck the knee in. So just plank tucks, spread your fingers, push your shoulders down, tuck the tailbone, and little jumping jacks. So you'll keep the feet wide and jump a little wider, maybe just outside the mat and onto the mat. Turn to the other side. Bring the band over the knees for your clamshell thrust. Repeating the sequence. Set up your band, stack your shoulders and hips, open diamond, lift and lower. Open, thrust hips up and down, push the shoulder down. 10 times here. Slide the band down to the feet. Come back to side laying, stack hips and shoulders. Bottom leg presses forward, top leg pulses back. Little movement. Try not to roll back. Keep the hips stacked and keep pushing those legs apart. Turn to the belly, push up to plank, and start those tucks again. Make sure the feet are a little bit wide so you keep tension in the band and it doesn't slip. Couple more tucks. Leg up and over. So lift and push it across the other leg, up and over. Feel your adductors, your inner thighs. Lift and twist it over. 10 times there. Try to keep that band at the arch of the foot. Sometimes that's the trickiest part. And release. Switching directions again. Have a seat and bring your feet out in front of you. We'll set up the band over those feet just like it was at the arches of the feet and crisscross, elbow to opposite knee. Tension in the band, so legs might be a little bit wide apart. Twist and twist. Try not to pull on the neck. Use the core. Oblique crunch. Cross it. Rib cage pulling over. Shoulder blades lifting off the mat. Exhale each breath. Now double, double, and switch. Double, exhale, exhale, switch. Keep twisting, double crunching. 10 reps. Glue that low back down. Try and get the shoulder blades off the mat. Roll yourself up and take the band into your thumbs. Lean back with a twist. Row and lean, possibly touching your elbow down on the mat or just prying it back by the back ribs. You can crunch forward, lean back, and pull. See what kind of range of motion you have. Maybe you can tap that elbow down. Strong core. Pull. Exhale as you pull back. Think of a bow and arrow. Last one, and release. We're coming back up to the feet. You're going to put the band under one foot like a stirrup. Take that band under your right foot, hold the other side in your hands, left toes back, single leg deadlift to a little high pull depending on how much space you have to move with your band. Step back lunge, 2 bicep curls, elbows by rib cage. Tap it in. Deadlift for 2. Balance on that one foot, left leg kicking back. Step back lunge, bicep, bicep. You'll be in a forward hinge in that lunge. Especially if you have a tighter band, you'll need that extra space to pull the bicep curl. Keep going there. We have 10 sets. 90-90 lunge. Hover the back knee off if you can. If you need to put the knee down, go for it. Last one, we'll switch sides. Come in, switch band. You might stretch in a forward fold for a moment, and then we're going right into it. Right toes back, 2 deadlifts, single leg, bicep curl in your lunge. Step it in, forward, and little row. See if you can pull your elbows out and use your shoulders. Then step back, bicep curl for 2. Step in, deadlift, row. 2 of each, 10 reps. Get into that groove, use the breath, exhale, then step back to lunge, exhale, pull, bend and straighten. Last one, and release the band. That was the band work. Go ahead and set that aside. We'll be moving into our kettlebell section. Some quick stretches here. Anything that feels good for you. Cat-cow, neck circles. Come onto your feet and pick up your kettlebell. Remember, you can hit pause if you do need more time. We're starting with swings. So 10 swings. Start with your feet shoulder width apart, gather that momentum, swing back, hip thrust forward. The hip thrust is what swings the weight up. We don't want to hinge too far forward where we start to round the spine, so pay attention to keeping that back flat, abdominals strong, legs strong. Push the hips forward, now hand to hand. Alternating hands, switching at the top where you have that moment of lightness at the top of the move. Ground down through those feet. Exhale at the top. Curtsy swing. Travel lateral the direction your kettlebell is going to, and cross tap behind. Again, you have that hinge and hip thrust, same as all the swings, just traveling. Slight change, add a stag tap backwards instead of that lateral cross back. And this is going to prepare you for our next move where we start here. Alternate, tap back. And take a quick break. Set that down. Shake out the hands, drink some water. We're going into a fun move where we're doing that stag leg swing. We're going to change hands to a clean. So you're going to stag leg swing, send the bell to the other hand, and clean the weights in that rack position. So it might take some practice. We're going to step back, clean, step forward, step back. So I mess up here too, and it's something that's just going to take some practice. It might feel a little awkward at first, but try and get it down here, and then you could always pause and do some more. Step back with the stag, switch hands to the clean. Right hand, right foot steps back, left hand clean, right foot steps forward. So the right foot here is going back and stepping forward, and it's going, the kettlebell is going from right to left hand. Stag leg swing, clean. Now add a push press. When you clean, push press. Stag swing, clean, and press. So once you get the move, it's pretty fun, but a lot of these kettlebell moves just take practice, so don't get frustrated. Do the best you can. I'm using a lighter one today, 15 pounds. You could also do this with a dumbbell. Set that down and we'll switch sides. So remember, we're starting with just this stag, step back to clean, step forward, left hand, left foot. Left hand to right hand, left foot walks back and forth. Stag swing, step clean. Keep working on it. We'll hit about 10 and then we'll add that push press to the move. Remember, on a clean, you're hugging the elbow into the rib cage. Your thumb is close to your sternum. Couple more here and we'll add the push press. Swing clean and press. Switch hands left to right. Drive that right shoulder up. Left foot moves forward, back, and then forward. Work on smoothing it out, especially as you transfer the hand. A little tricky. Awesome. Set that down. Moving into the next sequence, set your kettlebell down in front of you at the top of the mat, and we're going to come on down to a downward facing dog. It's going to be a scorpion flip. Lift right leg, flip over, step on the right foot, and then step the right foot forward into a 90-90 lunge. Meet me here in this lunge. We're going to take our kettlebell into the same leg that's forward. That hand, the right hand, is going to grab the bell, clean and press, side bend to the left, stack your shoulders, maybe bend your elbow if you have more space there. Come up, rack, set the weight down, step back to down dog, other side. Left knee to sky, flip your body, have a seat. Spin back, step forward, 90 lunge. Left hand, clean, push press, side bend to the right, little windmill action, and bring it down. You'll swing it out in front of you so you have space to step back, down dog. Right knee up, scorpion flip, sit and step through. Right leg forward, right hand clean press, side bend, kneeling windmill. Set it down, keep repeating that. Just work on the sequence. Left knee to sky, flip your body, hips up, hips down, step forward, left hand clean, press, side bend. Go as low as you can go. You might even be able to drop down to the forearm on that side bend. Scorpion flip, step forward. Same leg that's forward is the hand that's going to grab the kettlebell, so you have that open space to bend into your side bend, windmill. Continue, we're doing 10 reps. So just try and get better and better at the move, nice and fluid. Nice mobility here on that side bend. Exhale. Right knee to sky, scorpion flip, step through. And don't worry if you're not working exactly at my pace, and it's no big deal. Just find a pace where you get the move down and you just work. Get into that zone where you're perfecting the flow once you've mastered it. Last one here, side bend. Set that weight down and come into kneeling. Maybe a child's pose, maybe you counter stretch on those wrists, back of the hand down, palm up. Next move will be side to side kick throughs, jumping forward and coming into a high pull. Start on all fours, kick through left to right, jump your feet in or step in, and then a high pull all the way over the head. Your thumbs will push through the bell. So again, you don't have to go as quick as I'm going. It might take you a little bit of practice and then you'll get into the flow. Hovering table or called beast, kick through side to side, jump in, high pull, thrusting the hips forward to get the momentum in the bell. Moving through a set of 10. Try to find nice precision, clean moves. You can always step forward instead of jump. Do what works in your body. Keep it up, you're almost there. Take breaks when needed, or just keep pushing. You can also go for speed and try and get a little bit more cardio out of it. Our next series of exercises will be all body weight moves. This is the last kettlebell move here. Awesome job. That was it. Go ahead and set that kettlebell off the mat, off to the side, and we have some body weight fun drills to go through. Take a quick recovery, maybe stretches, maybe just sitting. We are going to be down on the mat, so come to a comfortable seat, giving yourself a little space behind you. Come onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. We're doing 2 straight leg switches, roll up to high V. Right, exhale, left. Step on the right foot, roll up to high V. Come down, we have a left, extend, right, left foot down, exhale, high V, touch right toes. Right, switch, left, right foot down, tap left toes. That's the move. 2 leg switches, step down, and high V up. That leg that's long, you step on it. So we have left, right, step left, touch right toes, high V, right, left, step right, roll up, touch left toes. Keep that little sequence going. Using the abdominals and getting a nice stretch through the hamstring as well. You can use a little momentum to rock yourself up or really try to just roll up using that core strength. Awesome. Moving into our next exercise. Bring your legs out in front of you. We'll take a forward fold stretch using your abdominals to pull you down and lift you up. Take the left leg up and around. Internally rotate the knee, side bend, lift, sweep back where you came from, reverse plank. You can turn those fingers backwards. Lift your arms up, forward fold, same side, same sequence. Lift the left leg, wrap it behind you, internally rotated the knee, side bend and lift. Bring it back. Use those hip flexors and quads to lift the leg, then reverse plank. Again, forward fold, lift the left leg, swing it back, side bend, lift, a lot of obliques here and hip flexors. Take it back. And then that release in the hip flexors, strength through the shoulders and glutes and hamstrings on the reverse plank. So continue with that sequence, and then we'll switch to the other side. Try and make it nice and fluid, maybe a little graceful, flowing, side bend, lift, reverse plank to forward fold. Switch sides. So we'll do 5 per side here. I'm turning around, but you can just simply do the other leg. Side bend, stack shoulders, ribs, and then reach the leg around, reverse plank. Swim it forward, engage, lift the legs, swing it back, side bend, stack, lift and float back. Reverse plank, forward fold. Again. And imagine moving through water and just really engaging the muscles, not just going through the motions. Use the breath as well. Inhale, exhale, lift, sweep, side stretch, lift, sweep back, reverse plank. One more time. Next move will be a kick through. Bend your back knee, sweep your hands to your right hip, lift, walk across the mat. Step and thread. Similar to the kick through, we're going to try to keep the hands maybe down, or you can lift them. You might even add a hop to this. So this kick through, instead of coming from tabletop, it's more from a lifted wide leg fold. So you lift the hips and slide across. Beautiful job. Bring it down onto the belly. We're going to start with a locust lift, upper and lower back, float off the mat using back strength, whole posterior chain. Arms can be over the head, Superman lift. Hands by chest, hamstring curl the right foot and flip over. Little scorpion flip, side plank, twist to plank, and come back down to the mat. This first round, you're going to practice the move, and then we'll repeat this another time. So now it's the left scorpion flip, plank twist. You can dip that hip and lower to the mat. Superman, locust fly, hands by chest, hamstring curl right, flip your body, lift your hips, side plank to twisting plank. Maybe you set that hip down and then lower to the ground, or you can hover. Superman, hands by chest, left hamstring curl flip, side plank come back, twisted plank sit, and belly to the mat. Continue that. Get the sequence down. Locust, Superman, scorpion flip, lift, side plank twist, slow push up to the belly. Play around with that, whether you want to dip the hip in your twisting plank and add a push up there, or maybe you just keep a high plank twist. Here's a little dip, belly down. Locust, hands back, scorpion flip, side plank, twisting plank, dip, lower. Keep it going. Again, work on that fluidity, that grace, that strength. We'll take a moment and rest. Child's pose, and you're going to go for another set of that, trying to perfect it. Maybe some shoulder circles, crisscross, stretching the wrists, and back at it, second round. So that first round you can use as practice, and you can play around again if you want to do that plank twist with a push-up or just a hip dip. We go Superman locust, scorpion flip, lift up through side plank, plank with a twist and a dip, belly down. Continue. Give me a couple beautiful ones. Use that strength we've been gathering up and working on, and try to flow through. Arms are probably getting tired. It's a lot of push-ups in here. Keep working through the sequence, and you can even add any creativity to it. Maybe a wild thing before you flip back into your twisting plank. And you made it. We're going to sit back in child's pose. Take a deep breath in and sigh. We have one more drill to go. It starts from standing, so make your way onto your feet. You can do some shoulder circles, some wrist shakes, and we'll start at the back of the mat. We're going to take the right knee in, step forward halfway down your mat, warrior 3 lunge, handstand switch, kneel, sweep out to your open side and do a couple shoulder circles. You'll get a nice stretch after all those push-ups on the previous one. Left knee up, step forward, warrior 3, step back, low lunge, handstand switch. It's okay if you don't get your hips all the way up. Kneel, side bend off to the open space, 2 shoulder circles, and then push back to standing. So those can be your practice ones, and then just try to get the flow. Warrior 3, lunge, hands down, kick switch. Kneeling lunge, sweep out over that open end and circle the shoulders 2 times, step all the way back and repeat. Try to lift the leg before you step forward using your hip flexor, quad, and core. Then warrior 3 lunge, handstand switch, kneel, sweep out to that open side. Side bend, shoulder circles, push away, stand back of the mat. Kick through, warrior 3, lunge, handstand switch. Again, just trying to get nice and fluid once you master what the flow is in your mind, working that grace and strength out in the body. Going for about 10 reps, so just keep going. If handstands are in your practice or you're working towards them, really try to get a float there by spreading your fingers, gripping down, pushing down through the shoulders, and seeing if there's any float time there as you switch the legs. Get those hips over the shoulders. Slight pelvic tilt so you're not going to arch back or get too much momentum. Those shoulder circles, again, those should feel good after all that hard work we've done. You can now try not to put the foot down right when you go forward at the back of the mat. When you do that push away, see if you can push away, balance, and then step forward. So you step back and then right into a knee tuck without stepping down, if that makes sense. Warrior 3, lunge, handstand switch. Kneeling, side sweep, shoulder circles, hands down, tuck the back toe under, push away. Can you balance right into that high knee? Finish strong. Get some nice stretching while we're working our strength, our powerhouse, our core. Total body moves here today with some fun flows for your brain as well as your body. Beautifully done. Let's just go ahead and stretch. Come down into downward facing dog. Breathe and pedal. Rolling into up dog. Exhale, roll back into down dog. So that spinal wave. Roll forward, hips sweep through, heart through, shoulders down, tuck the chin, roll back. Rounding forward, sweep those hips, up dog on toes. Exhale, round the spine, down dog, lower to the knees. Camel sweeps. Grab a hold of one heel if you can and push those hips forward, heart to sky, swiveling back. Perhaps tucking the toes under. That'll give you a little more space to move through that back bend. Release into a kneeling position. Take a deep breath in. Some neck circles here, rolling from side to side. Cat cow. Inhale, heart forward, hands to hips. Exhale, round. Take one arm across the chest and the other. Drop the shoulder away from the ear. Tricep, elbow behind the head. Gently grab on above the elbow. Switch. Bind the hands behind the back. Optional back bend. Again, heart opens, shoulder blades squeeze back. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale to heart center. Big breath. And thank you so much for working out with me. I'll see you next time.